We are a charity here at the Tank Museum, so if you can support us, please do. Consider joining our Patreon scheme or becoming a member of the Friends. Any donations will go directly towards the Tank Museum and its activities.
So we're standing in front of our Leopard 1 here, our ex-Canadian Armed Forces Leopard 1, one of the mainstays of the tanks in action displays at the Tank Museum. This Leopard had a turret failure in a tank fest actually 2018, so almost 2 years ago now. And we have some guests over again from the Netherlands. They're volunteers at the Historic Collection of the Royal Netherlands Army, Kees and Peter, and they've kindly come down with another colleague who is somewhere inside the tank, August, to help us fix the turret problem. Kees has many years of experience of working on the Leopard chassis. Both he's been trained by the Army in Holland. The maintenance on these vehicles has been always traditionally done by the military itself, unlike in the UK where it's been farmed out. So a lot of experience not only through work, but also he works on a lot of the Leopard vehicles of the part that form part of the historic collection of the Royal Netherlands Army. And as I said, they're kindly coming down to help us with our turret problem. So Kees, we're closer look at the parts you helped us find for the replacement parts for the Leopard turret. Can you just explain a bit more detail what they do, what they are?
Yes. Well, this is the hydraulic pump unit. It has a reservoir. Inside is the hydraulic pump.
Okay.
And this is the electric motor. The hydraulic unit gives all the hydraulic pressure for the turret, for all the systems inside, to the traverse and for the lowering and the
elevation, yeah.
Elevation for the gun. The pump inside the Canadian Leopard, in this case, is it won't
build up the pressure.
Build up the pressure.
So we think the actual pump unit inside a Canadian Leopard has failed.
Has failed.
Okay.
In preparation of the removal of the pump, what we need to do first is remove the commander's seat and the gunner's seats. It's going to be somewhat problematic. It's going to be, how could we say, square peg round hole scenario. Obviously it all has to come out through the commander's turret ring here, so we are preparing to struggle somewhat.
Use that lever there. So alternatively, if we can get this backrest out of the top. So remove that out first. Right, rest it in there.
That helps very much.
Yeah, I know. This bit needs to come up here.
That seat will move round, leaving that in that position. It's where he comes in and goes, what the hell did you take that out?
Oh.
That's how you do it.
I think we'll be here for a few hours.
Yeah. It's going to take a while.
Yeah.
This is going to take a while. It really is.
You need a new bucket?
We've got a new bucket.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody's watching everybody else, okay?
No swearing!
Ja.
Dan moet jij naar je toe trekken, het stuur zoveel mogelijk, Peet.
How's it going?
Through, yeah!
One more thing to come out, hang on. We've got that handle there.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
On top of the pump unit are the joystick-type controls that the gunner uses for the traverse and elevation of the gun. The control set on the old pump is different to that on the new pump, so they have to be swapped over. This isn't a difficult job, but cleanliness is important.
O-ring in every seal, in every hole.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah. For every hole.
And it's squeezed between those two plates, it will have a silent tight seal.
So you don't want to lose the O-rings?
Don't want to use the O-rings. So we have to be really careful.
careful. Also, we're using paper to clean the hydraulics. Because if you use normal cloth, you can have
Loose lint behind.
all the hydraulic system. You have to try and keep it as clean as possible. Just the least amount of dirt can do a whole lot of damage. Well, what we see here is the two main controls of the two pumps we had. This is the main control of the turret from the gunner's seat. This is the Canadian one we just got out of the tank, and this was the other one. This is from a Dutch Leopard that we had on the new pump. The main controls work just like a joystick. Left, right is for the traversing, and up, down is for the gun elevation. The problem is we need to swap these two out because the Dutch one and the Canadian one are a bit slightly different. What we see here is we have the controls directly mechanically connected to the hydraulic valves, and in this case on the Dutch one is it the same. The only thing is every tank has a commander's override. That means that the commander always can override the gunner. In this case on the Dutch Leopard we can see that over here it's with rods and mechanically connected to the valves, and the Canadians use an electrical version. Now we got it all out, we cleaned it up, and we're ready to install it on the pump, on the hydraulic pump, and we're off from then.
Slowly catching on.
Kom op, Dennis.
Op de hout, godverdomme. Normally you have a lever for this, but you don't have a lever. So, let's go this way. It works.
Veldje met de ronde achterkant. Klein.
Not quite. Not quite. Need a bucket. What we do now is we have a hand pump to fill in the oil reservoir, and we fill it in to maximum. Then we engage the system. The system is normally self-bleeding, but because of the old oil there's still in it, we bleed it anyway to flush the oil, to flush out the old oil. And it's a bit of every army uses a little bit of a different oil, and in this case for the tank museum you have to find out what's the best.
And then you've got a hand pump, all of the oil in.
Only a hand pump that is pumping the oil through here.
Yeah.
Through on the back side there's a steel pipe going in the back of the reservoir, and that's just pumping it in. It ain't going fast, so.
In these difficult times, obviously your support is really valued. So please do keep following us on social media, do subscribe to our channel, and if you've got the opportunity, perhaps order something from our shop, join one of our schemes like Patreon or our Friends organisation, and we'll try and keep going with giving you some content to keep you informed and entertained.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, arms back. There you go.